So let's take a look at sketch mode. Let's start with a line, in part because it's a little bit easier to get an axis to revolve on. And you want to start with your vertical planar face. Now, whether it's this one or this one, it doesn't matter, but don't use necessarily the bottom, since we want this to revolve on a vertical sense here. So ideally, your box will either say front, right, or left, or back, but not top or bottom. The line part of the sketch will let you do a nice straight line and a nice angular face, and you can decide what your diameter is going to be. We're going to make this one a little bit bigger because it's going to be for the back row, but we don't want it so big that it won't fit on an additional base if you're making the base out of the primitives, whether that's a circle or a rectangle. So let's make this 20, no, I think it's 16. So that will be a 32 all the way around, and which means I've probably made it too high, but that's right. And that will fit on a 45 base nicely and give it a little bit of balance. So we'll do that, and then we'll go, let's go out a little bit, so not too much to overhang, and then back in. And we're going to add a couple of I was hoping with curves. Let's see. There we go. 1, 2. Oh, that looks a little lumpy to me. And we don't want anything. Oops, let's hit the escape key for a second. Let's see what we can edit here. Maybe we can edit that. And perhaps that. Not too bad. Oh, that's more fun. That's way more fun. Okay, and let's move that up. Ooh, that kind of looks bishopy, right? Let's see. Maybe less there. Oh, definitely bishopy. Okay. And the question is, yeah, okay, that'll be fine. So there's something to start with. Anyway, do your sketch, make sure it closes up. When it closes, you'll see that it's yellow. You can go in and edit it afterwards by clicking on part of the line or one of the points. Yeah, then we can stop sketch. Okie dokie. So there's my sketch. Then what I would like to do is create and revolve, right? So the profile is that sketch. The axis is going to be this edge of that sketch, and this needs to be full. Now, you could do a partial rotation if you wanted to, so that this was only, I don't know, maybe 250 degrees, and it would leave a chunk out. Why you would want to do that, I'm not entirely sure, but perhaps that's part of your design aesthetic. So you could leave a piece missing. You put that on a base, it'll stand up just fine. Maybe you have a front and a back, and that's part of what you're doing. It's not for me, so I want this to be 360, please. Lovely. And that's feeling pretty bishopy, I think. So I'm going to say okie dokie. And there is my revolved piece. Now, again, you can go and create a base for this. And I'm going to put the base on the bottom. Flat bit. And this I want to be 45 millimeters because the 2¼ inch square of the chessboard squares, we need it to be 75% of that. I think this will work. It might be a little big. We'll see. There we go. Hit return. And again, I think a 5 millimeter height is fine for that. I'm still a fan of filleting this edge because we can. 3 millimeters looks pretty good. And then we should be able to align, I think, from center to center. Let's see if we can align these guys. Align from the center of this to the center of this. Yes, beautiful. Okay. And then we have to hit OK. And we are happy campers. We now have one revolved bishop from a sketch. Again, if you didn't particularly like this solution, you would still want to take a screenshot so that you could show me your revolved creation as part of your evolutionary process. Then, if you wanted to go back and modify said sketch, remember down here is your history, and you can, okay, before I do anything, I'm going to save this. Revolved bishop, and you can be somewhat organized with this stuff. Save it in folders. I have too many examples kicking around. Once you save it, it'll start saving automatically, so that's always a good thing. But we can go back to this sketch, and if you right-click on it, you can edit that sketch and change. Maybe I wanted more of a bump there, and ooh, that's not so good. More of a point there, and maybe this to be narrower. Maybe that's a little too narrow. I can bring that down. Let's see what that does. Okay, now that that's modified, hit Stop Sketch, and it'll go back to, ooh, that doesn't look good, back to the Revolve version and show you what that sketch looks like. Take another screenshot. Okie dokie. What else can I, oops, I think I only got part of that. Beep. Now, I'm going to go back and do it again because this one just looks horrible. Edit sketch. Okay. So that I like better. Didn't mean to do that. Okay then, we'll bring that back down, and we'll bring this one back down here. And this guy out a little bit. Oh, that's better. And then maybe this guy gets to be a little wider. That looks more like what I had in mind, I think. Oh, we didn't want that to be too much wider because it has to fit on the base. I'll make that go whoop, there, and then further out this way, maybe. All right, let's try that. Stop sketch. Try again. Ooh, that's cute. I kind of like the first one better. So you could back up. And undo, but then I have to, that's all right. We'll keep this. But anyway, you could keep doing this as many times as you wanted to and get different iterations and show me that you're thinking through what your options are. The other thing I would say is that when you're working with the sketch mode, you do have some other options. If you work with a spline, I don't know. You could work with any of these, actually. Let's work with a spline for a second. So you worked with a line. You did the straight angle first for the axis. We're just going to do this. And again, pick a plane, and I'll go make it over here so it's not too much in the way. One of the things that you're going to see is that, ooh. What?